Alright, more clan collection again, this time with a demonstration fight as well, showing Cecelia Yaeverse, along with the military dragons, or the Raptors. So let's begin. So we started with Tachikaze cards with Military Dragon Raptor Sergeant. Grade 1, 80 power and skills. Auto, when placed on Vanguard, look at top 7 cards of your deck, look for your grade 3 or greater military dragon from among them and put it to your hand. Ride Chain Searcher. But anyway, second skill, Auto Vanguard Rearguard. When this card attacks or boosts, choose one of your rear guards without any equip gauges and put the top card of your deck face down on that unit as equip gauge. Free generic equip gauge charge, pretty good. But if you're gonna run this, obviously you're gonna run the Raptor series in it, but you can always use this card for the second skill, since it's free. Next, Military Dragon Raptor Captain. Grade 2, 90 power and skills. Auto, when rolled upon by Raptor Colonel, costs Soul Blast 1. Search your deck for 2 cards that are military dragons from among them and call them to rearguard and then shuffle your deck. So basically you ride your grade 3, you get 2 free military dragons, which is obviously not bad, but it also has a second skill which is generic and it's actually pretty good for any Tachikaze deck. Auto, when retired by card ability while it has a equip gauge, costs Soul Blast 1, call this to open rearguard. You got quite a bit of Tachikaze cards that can retire in mid-battle, so being able to retire this in mid-battle will just enable another attack, which is actually pretty nice. And in some cases, this could negate some of the minuses that you make, because retiring this, you could just recall this with a Soul Blast, but still, that's still pretty good. And generating those equip gauges are pretty easy, so definitely worth running. Finally, Military Dragon Raptor Colonel. Grade 3, 12k power, excel, and skills. Auto Vanguard, once per turn when this card attacks, cost counterblast 1. Retire as many of your rearguards as you want. This card gives us 5k power for each retired unit, and then if you retired 5 or more rearguards, and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, at the end of the battle, stand this unit. So it gets a mass power boost, and it can also stand if you retire pretty much your whole field. And because you retired your field, you could technically activate a bunch of Tachikaze skills because of that. Because remember, we got a bunch of Tachikaze cards that activate when they get retired. And there are equip gauge calls, like Raptor Captain for example, which can of course enable even more attacks because of it. And it's also Excel clad. And they may lack power, but the second skill kind of helps that, because the second skill is Count Vanguard. During your turn, all your units placed during the battle phase gets plus 5k. So if you do the mid-battle superior calls, at least this second skill will help out with the power. But I really like this card just for this first skill, because it's a re-standard that will combo with a lot of stuff. And funny enough, no equip gauge requirement with this card. And now to the new Neo Nectars. We start off with Cherry Blossom Musketeer Augusto. Grade 2, 10k power and skills. Auto, when placed on rearguard or guardian, costs retired 1 or more back row rearguards. This card gets plus 5k power and 5k shield for each retired unit. And then, if you retired at least 2 rearguards, costs put 2 normal musketeer units from your drop zone to the bottom of your deck in any order and draw a card. So clearing out your field is not much of a problem, considering that you're going to be calling a bunch of tokens, especially adding on top that this could be played defensively, which can be very nice. But what's also very nice is that you get to recycle, which really helps out a lot. So it's a definite must play for musketeers. Next, Deep Green Lord Master Wisteria. Grade 3, 13 power, 4 and skills. Auto, when placed on Vanguard rearguard, cost counterblast 1, discard a card from hand, call up to 2 plan tokens to rearguards, then choose one of your units and then search for 1 card with the same card name as that unit, and add it to your hand. So it's a +2. Nice. And then second skill, Auto Vanguard Rearguard. When this card attacks, cost Soul Blast 1. Choose one of your units, and then all units with the same card name as that unit gets plus 5k. If this card's a Vanguard, plus 10k instead. Honestly, I mainly would use this for the first skill because that first skill really helps out a lot. 2 tokens and also a search. This is pretty good. Finally, Thorn Lily Musketeer Cecelia Yaeverse. A shame of Maiden of Venus Trap reverse, but okay. Grade 3, 13 power, force, and skills. Auto Vanguard. When this card attacks, cost counterblast 1, retire 2 of your rearguards, look at top 5 cards of your deck, choose 2 cards from among them and call them to rearguard. So you basically already enable multi-attack with this first skill, which this first skill will also combo well with the second skill because Auto Vanguard and Front Row Rearguard. Once per turn, at the end of the battle that your rearguard with Cecilia that was called from deck this turn attacked a grade 3 or greater Vanguard, cost counterblast 1, lock 2 of your rearguards and stand the unit that attacked. But if one of your front row rearguards is locked, you can bind that unit instead of standing it, and then you ride the card on top of a musketeer as stand. So basically, this enables multi-Vanguard attack along with rearguard attack. Because one thing you can do is that if this card is on Vanguard, you can use the first skill to call 2 more units, and if one of them happens to be a Cecilia, well, you can basically support the second skill with it. Because now with that new Cecilia, you can use that rearguard Cecilia to attack, lock one column with that one front row rearguard, so you can superior ride that rearguard Cecilia, and if it happens to be Cecelia Reverse, well, you could technically use the first skill again to call 2 more units again. And if you happen to call one of those units that could call another card, well, you'll have 3 rear guards, and 2 of them have to be standing, which will enable you to use the second skill again to lock your 2 backward rear guards for after the Cecilia attack, which can do another superior ride on the Vanguard. Yeah, this card has a lot of potential with Musketeers. Multi-attack along with multiple Vanguard attacks. So for Cecilia, it's a definite must play. So that's it for these reveals. What do you guys think about the new Raptors along with the new Cecilia Reverse? I personally don't play both clans, but I do like them. The Raptors are just simple and I like it for that reason, for one. And 2, they combo with a lot of stuff. And in Cecilia, it's just very interesting because multi-rearguard attack along with multi-vanguard attack. I like it a lot. The only disappointing thing is no Maiden of Venus Trap Reverse, because I would really like more Maidens. But in that, that's it for this, and see you all next time.